Buongiorno. Hi. Nice to see you again. Nice to see you again.
Nice.
Let me tell you now that I don't know what the weather's like in Monte Carlo, but it sure ain't that in England. It's miserable.
It's miserable. Qui it's not too bad here. Jay diceva che lì dove sta lui il tempo è orrendo. Listen, Jay, you've been to Italy many times, playing and then not playing. What is the first thing that pops into your head when you think about Italy? You know, when you think you're going to go...
I have a great love. I have a lot of Italian friends and all over, everywhere here. And just got back from Mallorca, where we go now and again.
Wow!
And when I think of Italy, I think of a nice sassicaia, a nice bufala, and a nice wild boar ragu with pappardelle.
Okay.
What do I think of the autostrada, and I think of the Dolomiti, and I think
wow,
nice people, and I think of good food, good wine. And beautiful
people.
Old Italian motor cars.
Oh, wonderful.
That's what I think of.
Okay, so hey Jay, are you any good in the kitchen? I mean, recently, as you know, the world's gone mad on chefs, and we've been all locked at home for a bit. So how are you in the kitchen?
I am. Yeah, I'm pretty demonic in the kitchen. I love my food, probably a bit too much at the moment in the lockdown.
Wow.
And what did I make? I made a beautiful carbonara the other day. Just egg yolks, some pecorino, and some of the fat just laid down, a little bit of the water, and Banco.
Wonderful.
That's it. So yeah, I love my food and I love cooking, and this is something I one of my great loves in life.
Wonderful. Me too.
This is why you can only see the top half of me, not the bottom half. Think carefully.
Listen, Jay, in the last few years, I mean, globally, we've been through, strange times to say the least, So what has been your lifesaver in the last few years?
I think my lifesaver has been my little ones. I've got two lovely little girls, and in some ways, although it's been a pain, it's been a nuisance for everybody, and it's changed the world dramatically, and it's stopped us going abroad. Not only the stupidity of the Brexit thing, which stops everybody touring, but also the COVID. But it has given me the opportunity to be at home when my little ones are young, because one has just turned 5.
Wow.
And one is 7 at the end of 7 years. 7 at the end of this month. So it's been nice to spend the time with them and do some things while they're young. And although I've had children quite late in life, a lot of people who've been in my position were, when their kids were young, they were touring,
Sure.
all the time. And everybody said to me, don't miss these young years when they're little and cute and fun,
I'm with you, man.
Because they grow up so quickly, and that's definitely what I'm learning.
It's true. Allora, io ho chiesto l'ultimo goduto. Jay, we just had a listen to Virtual Insanity, and you wrote that way back in 1996, so quite prophetic, I'd say. I mean, the world today is influenced more and more by virtual reality that can become insanity.
I could see the way it was going, and it's turned out to be even more prophetic than I thought. I'm one of those people who is a bit worried about, I just think that I don't want to live my life, he says, have my experiences of life through a screen, I put a pair of goggles on to see a world that the beautiful things in the world are already out there. And I think it's just, it tends to start creating this introvert, everybody sits in a room. It reminds me of the Blade Runner scene in the last Blade Runner film, where he clicks his fingers and then you've got waterfalls or a mountain scene behind you on a screen,
Yeah.
And I just think all those things are out there anyway. So we're kind of replicating what nature has already made for us. And I find it hard to get with. And I find it a bit dangerous. The amount of power and sort of control of these big, huge, great media, companies.
Yeah,
I find it a bit too much. I think there needs to be a little bit of a controllata.
Esattamente, la parola giusto. That's a great word. Jay, the title, Traveling Without Moving. It's not, the whole thing was really, you were way ahead. What got you onto that vision? What was that? What passed through your mind there? Do you remember?
You know what? I mean, you know, I just I don't know. It just felt like we will always be going nowhere. We seem to go around in circles, and I think which we are really. I mean, I find the world is getting a more scary place. I think that when you've got, I mean, I know he's gone for now. But when you see what happened, those end days of Trump, and the White House, it's a fairly horrific thing, and I feel that we are coming to a. I think we're just, I think there's too much emphasis, for example, on, I think Prince William summed it up really well the other day when he said, like with Jeff Bezos and these people going into space and doing this, it's really time, although I'm a huge fan of this thing, it is time to concentrate on here and now, and what the horrendous problems on the planet. And I still can't, I've always said it and I say it again, you look in the Far East, this constant militarization, the resources, the money, that's chucked into building more and more weapons stuff, to point at each other. We had it for 50, 60 years. All we ever seem to do is do this. And when you think of the resources that it takes to make an aircraft carrier or 5 aircraft carriers or, to train jet pilot, the fuel, the energy, the metal, the stuff that we're using, all wasted. It's for me, it's madness.
I'm with you.
It's madness.
Yeah, I can see you're quite passionate about that. And it's quite exactly.
Well, I mean, I've always been passionate, but, billions of other people, I've got children and thinking, who are these politicians? Well, what are you actually doing for us? You've done nothing. And in some senses, and I don't get me wrong, I hate to say, I feel sometimes, the world will be a better place without people on it, actually. If we end up destroying ourselves, that will be part of our extinction, and the world will be here for another 4 billion years still. And 65 million years ago, they're dinosaurs. Then we'll die out. Something else will take over in another 100 million years.
Jay,
the way we are, we've got no hope of getting that far. So
okay, let me translate a bit. Wow, quello che mi ha detto era Jay Kay. Time flies. You wake up one morning and it's the 25th anniversary of one of the best-selling funk albums of all time, and it's yours. How is that feeling, looking back where you started out?
Well, it's nice to know that people enjoy it. I listened to it again. They did some listening things here in a cinema in London where they just had it total pitch black and for people to just listen. And so I did the same thing, really. It's quite a journey, that album, it's, there are parts of it, it's got a nice flow to it. And there are parts that are quite, meditative in a way,
Yeah.
And, but look, at the end of the day, and I say this a lot, going out, doing the touring, for example, in Italy, the response from the people, all over the world, to when we're on stage live, the love they're giving you is what keeps the thing rolling. It's a lovely, lovely thing. And as Bob Marley did say, hit me with music, because, music never hurt anybody.
Right.
So that's the lovely thing about it.
Wonderful.
So yeah, it's a great feeling. And I'm a very lucky boy. Very lucky boy.
Cool. Allora, gli ho chiesto JK del fatto. What are your thoughts, JK, on this resurgence of vinyl? It's taken over CDs.
Well, the very first, when we did Emergency on Planet Earth, I insisted that we had vinyl, that double gatefold vinyl.
Yeah.
I mean, the funny part is I used to have boxes of vinyl of all the albums, and because I've given them to people, given them away, I haven't got any. I actually don't have. The only copies of any vinyl I've got are Rock Dust Light Star and Automaton.
Wow.
So I don't even have a vinyl copy of Traveling Without Moving. And then I said to Charlie, can I get a couple of copies? He said, no, you have to wait till the box is gone. So that's where I'm at. But vinyl is a great thing, and I'm really pleased. There is a difference.
Yeah,
there is a difference, a big difference. And they are, again, you know, going back to our point, you know, people will always want something to hold, to read, to, you know, it's a much nicer thing. You know, you can't just have a book. I love a book. You know, I love to read, and you can't just have something on a screen all the time. You have to take it away. So it's a good thing. Good thing.
Wonderful. And what about yourself? How are you moving yourself? How's your back?
My back is much better than it was. I am at the moment. I'm just trying to move forward to often not so much carbonara and more match fit. No, that's and that's fine. I've cleared out the main room of the studio. And when we've done a little bit of getting together, and loads of ideas, flooded with ideas and things, and it's just picking a direction where to go. And quite frankly, to be honest, I mean, I don't know what you can see. I'm just looking at the weather and it's not the nicest thing. There's the football, which my daughter's got a demonic right foot. So, but I think we'll get in, you know, in obviously when there's nothing else to do outside, and get in the studio and then begin, and then we'll see where we get to. But I'm looking forward to. I am getting pangs where although it's nice to have a rest, the touring is hard work. But obviously, until they sort out this situation where we can't go touring anyway, and I tour, 98% in Europe and 2% in Britain. So I like being in Europe. I love the crowds. I love doing Nîmes and Arles and Lucca and Pisa,
Verona,
and Lugano, and all these lovely places. In the summertime, everybody's happy. They're having fun. I know the weather's nice. I miss it terribly, and I miss the crowds. And actually, it's going to be a great day to go back and do that again and really feel that energy and that spirit again and go, we're back, you know.
Wonderful.
So I'm looking forward to it. It's nice it's like a droga, you know. It's like a drug. you just want, you think, I'll get it again, the big hit.
I know.
It's in my blood, you know?
Yeah, man. Okay, let me translate some of that. You're a real chatterbox. It's wonderful.
I am. Sorry. Yeah.
No, it's great.
You should meet my mother.
Oh, no. Our chat, so I'll let you go. But would you be the virtual DJ for me? Because the last track I've chosen to play from the album is I Have a Night Show. It's a night song. So would you do the night DJ and say, hi, this is Jay Kay. So the world is sleepy, it's late night, and we're going to say goodnight tonight with this lovely ballad, which is Every Day. So would you do that? Would you do that for me?
Absolutely. So good evening, everybody. Here's a track from Jamiroquai, and this is Radio Monte Carlo, and the track is called Every Day.
Nice one. He's a top DJ. Jamiroquai on Radio Monte Carlo. Thanks, JK. Bye-bye.
Okay, ciao.
Ciao, grazie.
Grazie mille.